Can either of you remember the last time you used a payphone?
Yes.
I have not used a payphone, even though I remember them. Like, me and my family used to be like all around downtown Dallas, and like even at like pictures in restaurants, I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny, but I'm pretty sure I can like pull a 24-hour challenge up in there.
Wait, where?
A payphone.
In a payphone?
Oh, wait,
inside of it.
Wait, are you talking about?
Oh, wait, you're
he's talking
okay.
about the
Yeah,
other
so you're
thing.
talking about like
I don't even know what they're called. Telephone booth?
like a telephone booth. Like Doctor Who style is what you're thinking of, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
No, a payphone is like
But
literally
that's-
just a stick with the thing and.
Yeah, well, that's also a payphone. There's two styles of payphone.
True.
So I was thinking of something completely different. See, you and I were thinking about like the style that you would see in a gas station, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about a
Oh, I
stick with the box with the phone there, and it eats up all your money before you even finish saying
Yeah.
hi.
I never liked those styles of payphones. To be real with you, I always liked the phone booth with the payphone inside because that looked futuristic.
Yeah, because I never used any one of those. I only used like ones on the sticks in a restaurant or ones on a stick in a gas station. Because like you would go to a gas station and there would be a whole wall just dedicated to payphones, and you would walk over and there'd be like little dividers, like a bathroom basically, and you just walk in, you make your phone call, and you go out. But the only memory I really have of using a payphone was when I got stranded with my dad at a gas station because I accidentally locked us out of the car. So we had to walk home. We weren't too far from home, but just to let people know we were on our way home and we were locked out, we found a payphone on the side of the road, looked around on the sidewalk for a quarter, found a quarter, put it in, made the phone call, 5 minutes for 25 cents, told them where we were, and then went home. That's my only memory of actually using a payphone. Which, surprisingly, at that camp last week, there was a payphone on the wall next to the pool.
Wait, where?
On the wall next to the pool at the camp.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
Wonka's
people were
apartment
using-
because there's one there too for some reason.
Yeah, people were
When they
using it.
remodeled it, they added one for some reason.
People were just putting their quarters in and making phone calls to themselves.
So desperate they are.
Welcome to Rocket to Anywhere, the show whose hosts believe that Food Network is the official TV channel of hospitals, A&E is the official TV channel of apartment complexes, and Disney XD is the official channel of the Children's Hospital. I'm Corban.
Wait, the Disney Channel of hospitals?
Disney, you got them mixed up. Disney Channel is the official channel of hospitals.
Children's Hospital.
Children's Hospital, specifically.
Yeah.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not
I
wrong.
guess so.
Yeah, and then Food Network is in any hospital waiting room. It's the only one I see.
The old people have been there
I just
first.
see Law and Order at hospital waiting rooms.
True. Or if it's a retirement home. And then A&E is in all
There
of
were
the...
no TVs at the last nursing home I've been at.
Yeah, so that took a downer, nursing homes, already in the first 5 minutes. I'm Corban.
I'm me. Sofia.
My name is Thomas.
Yes, today on the show, we start off our summer of special guests by talking about the world of small content creation and other stuff like that. I'm going to go a little Bob Beal near the end here, if you know who that is, so let me be your consultant. But first, let's do a guest introduction here. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. First of all, who are you?
My name is Thomas Parsons, but some people actually call me Noobist.
Interesting.
Wait, call you what?
Noobist, my channel name.
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You are, so what do you do?
So what I do, well, I'm a student. I'm a full-time student. I do YouTube on the side along with a ton of editing that goes into either photography or just actual videos. And I play a lot of video games. I also try to juggle sports in there too. And so I like to call myself a busy person, but around summertime I'm never busy.
So it's like an interesting hobby you have, something unique that's
Interesting hobby.
That's like something unique that no one else does. Like I collect lollipop wrappers or something. I guess our sister
I
does
think
that.
I'm the
Not
most-
you. That's our aunt, not you.
I think I do most people like around like once like every 2 months they go to a pro shop and buy like sport T-shirts.
Mhm.
I probably do that like almost like every single month. If I have money, I'll do it probably every single week.
Okay, so what's your like third favorite book or movie?
My-
A lot of times, people have trouble coming up with whatever their first one is. So I'm like, and then they're like, I know my second, and I definitely know my third. Like the third, it's not the best. It's not okay, but it's the good. Easier for people to come up with.
So
that.
my third favorite book would have to be the second. There's this book series that I used to read a long time ago. It was called Survivor. It was with like these kids who were stranded on an island, and also the adult guardians like left them. Like, I don't know, it was a messed up book. But the second book was actually the best of all because that's when all the kids get split up and the book ends on a cliffhanger. Probably the best cliffhanger ever in any book and in any movie.
I think I read that. Was that was the book series that had all those like animals on the front cover, right? Was it?
It had the foreground was like a picture of like jungle all around, and then in the third book it's that jungle all around, and then it had like the rusted boat as like the centerpiece.
I thought I remembered that. I'm looking it up here. The author wrote another series of books I read about owls or whatever it was. No, I was saying, Sophia, remember in second grade, there was that kid Naaman was his name, and he challenged me to read that book about the wolf, and I thought I would win. I thought I wouldn't have to put any effort into it because obviously I read and he never put any effort into anything. So I was like, I'm not even going to read the book. I'm just going to say I did. And it turns out he actually thought it was a challenge and he actually read it and he actually completed it and did the book report on it, and I knew nothing about the book, and still to this day I have not read the book, and every time I see the cover of it I just dread it because I'm like, oh, I didn't read that book. Anyway, back to the schedule year thing. So that's also a movie, right? Is that what you're saying?
It's not a movie.
Okay.
I just remember it as like a 3-book series.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was actually like when I was like back in like my elementary school days, I used to love reading. It was actually one of my favorite book series like growing up. Besides, I Survived.
Huh.
I
think I remember those. What were they about? Because there's a lot of like
they were
super
about
popular ones that
they're
I never
not
read.
they're fiction / nonfiction. They're not real characters who
Oh yeah. Where they throw them into like a famous event,
like,
and then you see what happened to them.
Like 9/11, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, that's one of the things I feel like I missed out on was a lot of the bigger book series, like those 39 Clues books and all that, or like the Josh Grisham.
Hey, the
Wall
nun is
series.
back. The little kid.
All of those books I never read, and I feel like I missed out on a lot of those.
You know what though? I'm still waiting for the Boston bombing one. Because the Red Sox then ended up winning a championship after that. So
Do they still make those books?
They still make them? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
So that's what I thought about. Did you ever read Magic Tree House?
I've only read like 2 books.
Yeah, I read half of them and then I kind of stopped. But it's still shocking to me that she releases still like 2 books a year of that. I'm like, when are you going to run out
They're
of
all
ideas?
the same. I've
True.
only read half of one of each, so pretty much I've only read 1 page of each, and it was literally the same.
I still
They're
have
all
the
the
songs from the audiobook stuck in my head. Christmas in Camelot, we love to sing this song.
What?
Yeah, that was one of the songs
Oh my
from one of the audiobooks.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, in our last question, this is one I'm adding on that I haven't done for any of the other guests, but I will be doing from now on. I need to know your opinion. Invisibility or flight?
Probably flight.
Thank you.
Here's why. Because invisibility, it's nothing really. It's not even a power. It's basically you just being transparent.
Yeah.
Not even a hologram. You're just transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Flight, you actually get to go somewhere, and you're not just on the ground walking or running or doing whatever. You're actually in the air, and you're actually getting somewhere faster.
And I would think as invisibility, you would have a lot more pain because people are going to keep walking into you and stomping on you or making you fall. And also, it depends the kind of invisibility, because if it's like walk through walls invisibility.
If it was like Nightcrawler, like Dark Phoenix type stuff, like where he just flashes, he just goes like he's here, and then next second he's like there.
Oh, that's teleportation. Now that's a completely different skill. Your opinion, Sofia?
On what?
Invisibility versus flight. Yeah. You seemed really adamant about something.
Neither have a point. I mean, flight is okay, but like...
Okay, so
flight is pointless without another power with it.
What do you mean?
What are you going to do? Fly
think about
everywhere?
It. You're like,
hit your head?
all the time you're like, I don't want to go to Chick-fil-A. I don't want to walk. My feet hurt. Just fly there. Think about it.
That's the thing, because...
You could just float up out of your chair, float out of the offices here, and float to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You're in a squat position, and you're just like...
Yeah, you just attach a carpet to yourself and pretend you're Aladdin. Go through the streets.
Okay.
Make a load of money. Just have a little fez out there collecting coins.
I hover on command.
Sorry, I only accept Canadian currency.
I only accept $20 bills.
It's like the Waffle House last night.
If you give me less than a $20 bill, then you have to owe
I'm
me
sorry, I don't
another
eat at Waffle
$20 bill.
House.
See?
What?
Get a fee for
I don't
giving me
eat at Waffle House, so I wouldn't know.
Thank you. I don't either.
No, so here's the thing. There's the comedian Jim Gaffigan has a bit about Waffle House. It says Waffle House, when you go there, if you've ever wanted to go to, you know how gas station bathrooms feel, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have that
they really feel bad.
humid floor. Everything's kind of wet and gooey.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever wanted someone to bring you a waffle in a gas station bathroom, that's what Waffle House is like. You go there, everything is damp and humid, and the floor is sticky, and you sit down, and they give you a sticky menu that's laminated, and they tell you can pick from 5 things we offer, and that's it.
Yep.
That's how it feels.
I don't know, because I saw it was like a promotion video before the Super Bowl, and Michael Vick, like he's a quarterback for any of you non-sports people.
That's me.
So Michael Vick, he runs into this Waffle House. He gets out of his car, and like it just shows the food, and everybody who watches that is thinking, "Wow, I should probably go to a Waffle House sometime." I'm pretty sure they have one in Texas or wherever I live at. And then he promotes it, and then he promotes like his like topic in the video. So I was like, "Wow, I probably should go to a Waffle House sometime." So thank you for bringing up the truth behind Waffle House.
Yeah, you probably don't. I mean, the food's okay. It's very filling, but I wouldn't choose to go there. I mean, if I really felt like it, I would. But anyway.
So IHOP is more than...
IHOP is a big no-no.
Yeah, IHOP.
What?
IHOP
Yes.
for us personally.
There's nothing at IHOP that I could eat. There's nothing.
Well, she can't eat
I mean,
anything.
that's-
She's a vegetarian
I
vegan.
cannot eat breakfast food, and I cannot eat meat.
You're a vegan.
No, I am not a vegan. I am a person who throws up when they eat too much meat. Okay?
No, she's lying. Don't listen to anything she says.
That is not. Hold on, that's a fact.
At night, she'll
You can
sleepwalk
ask-
around eating cold
No
cuts
wonder
out of the
she's
freezer.
no wonder she's in leadership in media.
Wow.
That's how you game. That's how you gamed your way up. Anyway, but yeah, on the subject of Waffle House, there's one down the street from here. Actually closer than I thought.
No, one day we need to have a topic about what I can and cannot eat and why.
That will be an
what we
episode
need.
that you host by yourself, and I won't release.
Okay.
Or you can go step out and do that by yourself. You know what? Let's get Peter in here. He can join us. We have an extra input
Yeah,
here.
he can't eat fries. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Then why?
Not even the waffle fries at Chick-fil-A.
But I've seen him eat potatoes.
Go on. Fries and potatoes are not the same.
He went to the fancy dinner and ate potatoes. They are
fries
the same thing.
and potatoes.
Bro, fries
aren't
are
the
made
same
from
thing.
potatoes.
That doesn't mean they're the same thing.
I
They're
saw him eat-
made.
No,
They're not
no.
ours.
Okay, so you say you can't eat a hamburger. So if I took the hamburger
I
patty,
can eat one hamburger a month.
if I took it
Not even a
and I put it into a different form, then you would eat it.
Yes, because it's not a whole big patty that I have to chunk in
Then
my
it
mouth.
seems like we
and
need to
eat.
get you onto the mythical show's chef thing, where he takes something super disgusting to a person and then he repackages it and cooks it up in a way that makes it seem appealing. He
Look,
took
look.
lamb brain and turned it into a burger, and they ate it and they thought it tasted amazing.
Look.
That'll be in the show notes.
Is that something Gordon Ramsay does? Because
He
I
knows
don't know.
how
He
to-
probably
he knows how
yelled
to
at. He
talk to
probably
Canadians.
yelled at the lamb to be a burger or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He yells at everyone and everything.
Whenever I cook, I can hear his voice in my head calling me a panini head.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's move on to follow up. That's our longest opening. Sofia, this is regarding you. Your thoughts on last week's walking around the neighborhood episode? I don't think it went that well.
I think it went well. Ethan thought it went really well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Somebody else told me it went really well. I don't remember. It was like a 7th grader.
It's a little voice in your head.
No, a 7th grader.
How oddly specific.
By the way, how's Bailey? Your dog.
Yes, she's good.
Good, not great. Just good.
I think she's good.
She's huffing and puffing.
True.
She's old.
Wait. So, like, I thought, because that was, like, the last walk around the neighborhood. I thought, like, oh, wait, this is probably it. They're probably going to put her down or something like that.
Oh.
Oh, no. Wait, is that what you thought?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Why?
Why did you think that?
Because
the way
like,
I said it.
I saw that in the little text thing. It was like our last walk with our dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was the last
So
walk.
I was like, man, what are they gonna do to the dog?
I knew somebody would think that. That's why I wrote it like that. I meant that because it was getting too hot outside, and she doesn't like walking in the heat because she's such an old dog.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can put her like in a wagon and drag her around.
Okay, all right, makes
She
sense.
doesn't like that, though.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. Sophia likes it.
I probably made Sophia cry. Are you okay?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Sophia likes being drug around in the wagon. I put her in there and pull her around.
It's fun. I'll tell you that. It is fun.
Yeah,
This is funny.
especially when you push off down the driveway in the hill and then there's a car coming and they have to brake for you because they don't want to kill you.
That happened yesterday on the bike.
That happened yesterday with you just walking.
Peace literally, she saw the person coming and kept pedaling in the middle of the street. And by pedaling, I mean going like really, really slow.
Taking my time
even
on my
calculate
ride. Okay, let's move on to thought of the week here. Sophia, why don't you get us started here?
On what?
Thought of the week.
Oh, right. I have thoughts.
That's surprising.
To be called inconsistent, you have to be consistently inconsistent, making you consistent. Corban, I'm consistent.
Okay.
Did you understand that, or did I not say it right?
Yeah, I got it, but it's a stretch. My thought is this. If you watch Jeopardy backwards, it's a show where people pay Alex Trebek to explain what things are to them. So for you, Sophia, who doesn't get this, first of all, Alex Trebek is the host of Jeopardy.
Okay.
Second of all, on Jeopardy, how do they answer questions?
With the envelope.
Come on.
Doesn't he open an envelope?
No, they answer questions with a question. So it's like they'll say something blah blah blah, and then they have to answer in this form of what is pizza as a question. The answer always has to be a question. So if you watched Jeopardy backwards, because after they answered with the question correctly, they get money. So if you watched it backwards, they'd be paying the host to explain what things are to them. See, I just went to a super long explanation for you, and everyone at home is already bored and skipping over this.
Yeah, they're probably getting to the real, the
Wait,
juicy
so you
stuff.
get it? You get what he said?
Not really.
Yeah, Corban, you don't even get what you're saying because you had to look at it while you were talking about it.
Okay. What's your thought of the week?
My random thought is just like, I'm just a 2000s kid. I'm like my dad. I'm trying to relive the glory days. The reason I call it 2000s the glory days because those really were the glory days. That's when Disney Channel was
good,
like, better than Nickelodeon. No, actually, they were at their prime. They were really good during those times. They had awesome toys, which I think kids that were born during the 2010s probably won't be able to get now. So my thought of the week is like they used to have like this vending machine at movie theaters or pretty much anywhere at a mall or something like that. It was like a Willy Wonka machine, but instead of like just being like you put change in there and like get like something out of there, it's like you grab a bowl, you put it in there, and you can like press like which like Willy Wonka candy you can get in there, and then they give it to you, and it's not even change too. It's like literally like $1.
I don't remember that at all.
You don't?
No.
It was like, okay,
Wait,
so
what are we talking about?
He says there was a candy machine at movie theaters for Willy Wonka candy.
I sort of remember that. Yes.
I don't remember.
It was
at all.
always too. It was never where the popcorn was. It was never where you get your.
Was
your
it like in
drinks.
the arcade area or something?
No, it was like where the theaters were.
Huh.
It was always sealed off with the theaters.
See, I don't remember a lot about it because we never went to the theaters a lot when we were little. Like we would only go.
The last time I saw one of these was like in 2013.
Yeah. See, we've gone to the theater a lot more recently. Because it used to be we'd only just watch whatever movies were at the library. Like,
Clifford.
yeah. Watch
Hey,
the...
Clifford was
Which
good, by the way.
which library did y'all go to? I
We-
went to Barnes & Noble and Half Price Books. They didn't even have movies there.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
well,
went...
we had those. We went there, but we only went there when our dad was trying to work on stuff, and we would just play.
Yeah, I loved going to Barnes & Noble, but we never went there as much as we went.
Man,
We usually
Barnes-
went to Half Price Books.
The Barnes & Noble's next to North Park here in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's so good. It has like 2 floors where the kids are.
Uh-huh.
I love that floor because, they had the escalators and whatnot.
Last time I went to that Barnes & Noble was on National Yogurt Day because they were giving free
This
ice
year?
cream. No, it was like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Because they were giving free ice cream at that Yogurtland next door.
Oh, yeah. I used to go there a lot every Friday after tennis.
But yeah, I haven't been to a Half Price Books or Barnes & Noble in a long time. It's more of just going to like the Dallas library systems and stuff.
Or just going on Amazon, getting a book.
Yeah. That's the last book I bought on Amazon was that writer's book that I used to teach one class, and then I just put it on a shelf and never read it. I just brought it as an example, like, and you should have this book. Everyone who's writing should use this book. Yeah,
Not
it's a
yours.
hypocrite. Okay. Let's go on to word of the week. Our word of the week this week is lamentation, not lamentations. Lamentation.
Bible
The
drill. Kid.
passionate expression of grief or sorrow. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Basically, loud expression of sorrow and grief and sadness. An example, the YouTube algorithm causes such lamentation. All the YouTubers sigh right now.
YouTube. Stop. My YouTube income is short already. They can't make it any more shorter. I don't know how you do that.
They can start taking money away from you.
PewDiePie.
start charging.
Apocalypse.
Yeah. I love how I was in the ad partner system, and then with the new rules, I got removed, and I meet the new criteria to join in, but because they don't release new videos anymore.
YouTube is gonna kill themselves because of their new rule.
Mm-hmm.
If they keep putting out new rules, the new rule they recently put out is that if you get hate comments on a video, it will get demonetized.
What?
This is not a joke. This is not a joke.
They hate on their own stuff.
But at least
This is not a joke. YouTube will literally they will literally demonetize us a video that will get a hate comment.
well, I mean, let's go put some hate comments on Jake Paul's videos.
Oh, he'd probably be taken off Google Preferred. I think he already is, actually. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, he would get a lot of money removed.
Yep.
Say goodbye to your Lamborghini. Say goodbye to your mansion. Say goodbye to Tana. Say goodbye to Team 10. Go back to Ohio.
Make it Team 1. Team 0.
Important. I'm just
Team
kidding.
-1.
Too far, too far.
Wait, y'all are talking about Etika?
I have no clue who I'm talking about. I'm just talking about anybody who belongs in the words Team 10.
Gosh, they are cringy.
It's every day, bro.
I've never watched a single one of their videos, never clicked on a single one of their pictures or anything.
I watched. I think
I actually don't even know what they look like.
I think I tried to watch one of Jake Paul's many apology videos, and I just couldn't get through it
Bro,
without laughing.
I don't know
That
what
one,
the
that
Paul
one
brothers
where
look
he
like.
tried to rip into another YouTuber, Rice Gum. That made me hate him so much for that, because I was like, bro, Rice Gum's killing it, and he's suddenly getting attacked by iDubbbz. You're really gonna chime in now, really?
Only YouTube. The first piece of YouTube controversy I ever actually paid attention to, which was also the last one I ever cared about, which was when that Yusuf guy, whatever his name is,
FouseyTube.
Yeah, FouseyTube. Something happened to him. He got in a fight or whatever. Because I used to watch him, and then I just kind of, from then on, I just gave up on YouTube drama.
He's crazy, dude. Like, he used to make these vlogs and then he disappeared and then he comes back. He's like bald. We all knew he was bald, but like he has like a full-grown beard and he's like, you know, I'm gonna get Drake. I'm gonna get Drake to go to my free Coachella. Drake is in New York at the time, and then he's still like on a car. He's screaming his lungs out. He's suddenly befriending Keemstar, and then like 5 minutes after, he's like ripping into Keemstar.
It's crazy YouTube.
I'm so confused about who any of those people are.
You don't watch any YouTube,
Hold on,
Sophia.
I literally watch one person. And that is it. I watch one person.
Well, then I'm wondering how you're going to answer any of these questions today.
Exactly.
My last YouTube controversy would probably have to be Smosh and Defy Media, because Defy Media really like just ruined Smosh for good. They took. I'm confident they took away Shut Up Cartoons, which actually was probably the best like cartoon thing that there was back in 2013, and then they stopped making them back in like 2016. I'm pretty sure.
Now, didn't Mythical Entertainment buy Smosh?
They did, but like, but at that point in time, like, Defy Media basically took a lot of stuff out of the Smosh brand.
Well, we could go more into YouTube controversy, but then this would just become the inner tube. The show you hate, Sophia.
The inner tube?
I've never heard it.
It's a podcast about YouTube that I work for, hosted by Josh and Kevin.
Production.
It's about the world of content production, mostly YouTube.
Also,
well, YouTube doesn't
this is
produce
relevant
content that's good.
Yeah.
It's even considered content.
Well, this is relevant.
Well, I'll just say bye as he walks away with his Coke in his hand. Moving on to jokes.
Jokes. Here we go.
Don't start with me.
Don't start with you.
For the record, anytime I tell this, like when someone tells me I'm not funny, my comeback is I don't have to be funny. Because either time I'll say something sarcastic or I'll say something that comes out as funny, and then I'll get someone to laugh at it. But anytime it's a joke, they'll just look at me just weird. They'll cringe every time I say a joke. So.
Well, that's sure gonna happen to me today.
The internet is a wonderful place.
That's how I get all my stuff. Okay, now I have to pull whatever joke this was from Sofia, who sent me one because we had to swap.
Yes, and you need to put your heart and soul into it, okay?
Okay.
All right, first joke. What do you call a fake noodle? Answer is an impasta.
I think
all the little kids laughed at that. What?
If you're a teen and you probably cringe at that, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
Dun.
Okay. Do I just go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Second one. What does a nosy pepper do? Gets jalapeno business.
Oh.
I thought it had something to do with spicy, but then I was
See,
just
those
like,
are the two what I consider in the classic food jokes.
I still got this off the internet, but I still don't know what that means.
Jalapeno, like all up in your...
Like, you know,
like
all up in your business.
Yeah, if you were...
Like, jalapeno is a pepper.
Exactly. But, like, I still don't get it. It's just, like, gets...
all up in your business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
you see it?
Gosh, okay. I told myself coming in this podcast I wouldn't go full dumb boy mode.
Hey, you know what? That's a lot better than what I've said.
That's
Let me
us.
just say.
But, you know, like father, like son.
It goes good with the nacho ones. That it's nacho business, nacho cheese.
Exactly.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop here.
Who's next?
Next up is a joke I found while I was on Amazon, and someone decided to put this on a blanket, and I thought it was interesting, so I'm gonna continue. You know what? I'll just go out with it. Why should you never trust an atom? Because they make up everything.
That's true. That's scientifically true.
Okay,
honestly, I feel science a lot.
What about you, Sophia?
You're gonna say my joke.
Okay, I'll say your joke.
Yeah,
now.
say my joke.
Okay. So what do we want? Low-flying plane noises. When do we want them? Meow.
See, I told you it was good.
That's something Brent would probably say.
So what's good? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. That wouldn't be why.
Okay.
Joke number 16. of I don't know how many because I just took a screenshot. I took part in the sun tanning Olympics, but I only got a bronze. You're welcome.
Gosh. Yeah, I get that.
When you get to the silver, I don't think that's what you wanted anyway.
I'm so confused.
Gold? Actually, you look really... Honestly, you really look really ugly if you got gold in that, really.
When you got gold, I guess you can just go get it hired at a wax museum or something. I don't know. Okay, let's move on to our topic. Just going to be about small content creation, the world of all that stuff, but also as not to make it boring to those of you who aren't actually content creators yourself, we're going to be going over our favorite small content creators, which we'll talk about in a minute. But overall...
Oh, wait, wasn't I supposed to read your joke that you sent me?
Oh, wait.
Yes, you were supposed to read my joke.
Well, we're here.
Okay, we'll read it while we get things prepared.
After my memory loss, I couldn't remember the other word for couch. I've been having a hard time recalling it sofa.
So far.
I've been having a hard time recalling it so far. It's a stretch.
Okay.
But okay, it works. I thought it had something to do with my name, and that's why you sent it to me, so I was just like, oh, okay.
No, okay.
Right then.
Anyway, back on the topic here, small creators. All three of us here are ourselves small creators. Me with this and everything else. Well, not everything else. Most things. Sofia with her failure YouTube channel,
Okay,
Loom.
I never started that. You started it, and I never made a video for it. You tried to make a video for it, and I didn't.
Oh, but there was extra elements.
Oh, that was actually a good thing.
It was a good thing, but no one ever saw it.
You don't know how many people saw that.
And then Tom is here with his YouTube channel. And what else do you do besides the YouTube channel? Have you done anything?
Other stuff. So, I do... Whenever I'm on Xbox, I try and stream, but nobody sees that. It goes for about 15 minutes, and there's no one on there. I just stop it immediately, you know. The most I've ever gotten on a stream is like 5 people.
Huh.
So, that's how small it is. Whenever I go live on Instagram, the Instagram I'm on, it's private, by the way, so I might try and make that public for 2 days or so.
Okay. Oh, well, keep going. When you're done, I have something to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So, whenever I go live on Instagram, like hardly, like a person will see it and then they'll just get out of it. And like mostly I don't live stream most of the time because it's practically nothing. It's practically me just like being there. And also people watching, it's just them being there, really. So I don't really see a point in live streaming anymore.
Now for your game streaming, where do you stream it to? Twitch or what? Or
There's this Xbox built-in streaming thing called Mixer, and Xbox promotes it a lot, really, on their like streaming page. They like really like put in a lot of like games up in there. They have like GTA, Call of Duty, and stuff.
See, there's a saying Sophia and I have, like putting shoes on a dog is as useless as hashtags on a private Instagram account.
Yep.
Get it?
No.
But like, I don't think anybody gets it. That's the point.
Yeah.
No one can see that. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
No one can.
That's okay. Well, okay. So there's this person, right, that I follow, and they wanted to make their account big as a photography account. And it's not me, by the way.
I was like, are you talking about yourself in
third
third person?
It is not, by the way.
You see, there was this
it's not
person.
Me. It's not me. He goes to our church, but I'm not going to say his name. So he wanted to be
protected
a
for his
photography
identity.
person. And he started out with a private account, right? So he only had like 500 people following him because it was just his friends from his school and church, right? So he kept putting hashtags. He was like, I'm not getting anybody. I'm like, yeah, because you have a private account. And so then he made it public. And then, after like a month, he had like 2,000. So,
So are you trying to give success stories here of how your consulting works? Just pay me $5,000 up front, come to my consulting seminar. I'll have you with 2,000 followers by the end of the week.
Okay, so it's $5,000 per question. And since you asked me how much it was, that's already one question. So there you go. Did you just say, is that pricey? Oh, that's your other question.
Can I get my money back?
I hate to say this, but Jake Paul kind of does that with Team 10. He builds people. He even said this on a radio show one time. He's like, I can build someone from 2,000 followers to about 1 million followers. It's every day, bro. Dab up. No, but besides the joke part, he said that on a radio show.
I can believe it, because his audience, let's just say they're not so bright, so they'd follow anybody that Jake says to go follow. But yeah, so as all small creators here, I think we're all fit to discuss it ourselves and the struggles also, which we'll get onto as a small creator. But first, I think we should just get out of the way other small creators that we all enjoy. People who aren't that popular. People we think are special, unique people. So I want to go over it. Going over small band, small YouTuber, podcast, indie film, or TV show, which I hope you prepared, actually, Sofia, because I don't think you looked, so I think you're going to be picking
I didn't
this
read
out.
past Shower Thought on the script. I didn't read past that.
Okay, so let's just get started then with what's your favorite small band?
I don't listen to music. The only music I listen to is music I have to listen to for church.
Oh.
Not saying that we're a cult that makes you listen to music. I'm saying that you,
I'm a level 5
as an
laser
audio
Lotus.
engineer or lighting person or graphics person, you have to listen to
Which
the
is
songs.
shocking. As an audio engineer, you don't listen to music.
No, I don't like music. It's
Well,
annoying.
they don't really have a point of doing it, honestly. That's pro presenter's job, really. They have to listen to music, learn the lyrics.
But an audio
Well,
person...
audio person has to listen to it also to figure out what their mix is supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't listen to music, because you only listen to it if you need to.
Yeah, true.
So, but the thing is, you only need to if you haven't heard the song, and you don't need to if you have heard the song, which means you listened to it.
No, which means that
What,
somebody
you read
sang
the sheet?
it, and
You
I
read
had
the
to listen
sheet
to
music?
it.
You read the composition, the score?
Corban, when I hear something or I see something, I remember it. I don't have to hear the song a million times to remember it.
So you learned "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" once.
Yeah, from Starfall. I shut it off in
Everybody
the middle
learned
of it.
"Twinkle Twinkle Little Star"
Shut
on
it
the
off in
first
the
date.
middle because it was so annoying. That's why I never did Starfall.
Hello, Alphaville. Tell me something. Okay. How about you, Thomas? Hopefully you like music.
Favorite band? Sorry, I'm trying to think of like some random Disney Channel band that they promote. The only small band that comes to mind is probably the Vamps. They used to, back when I was like 12 years old, they promoted like 2 bands that no one no one really heard of, but they had like popularity thanks to Disney Channel because they promoted like 2 songs, and they actually played them on their Radio Disney.
Like one-hit wonder style people.
I wouldn't really call them one-hit wonders because they kind of have like songs that are popular. That
2-hit wonders.
4-hit wonders.
Yeah. So the Vamps, and then because they were like the really boy bandish group, but they actually played like instruments.
Okay, I have a question. So does boy band means that it's girls who act like boys in a band, or is it boys in a band and they're just called a boy band?
Boys in a band.
It's bands that are mainly comprised by young boys or men.
So there could be a girl in it and it'd still be a boy band.
No.
No,
That's
then
what
it
you
would
said.
just
You
be
just
a
said
band.
mainly.
Then it's just a band.
You just said mainly composed of.
Okay, Matt Pascal's band is not a boy band.
Why?
Because, first of all, they don't play boy band style
Okay,
music.
so what is a boy band then?
So you want to know the style of music, boy band style
Like
music.
what makes it a boy band?
Boy band style music is your sound check.
Like, okay, what are the requirements? There we go. What
Okay,
are the requirements? to be
First
a
of
boy
all,
band?
all of the members of your band have to be pretty young.
Okay.
Second of all, they have to be making pop synthy style music.
Okay, so Preston
Third of all,
as a kid.
they have to be adored by a certain
Yeah, I
class
know
of
what you mean, yeah.
people.
Okay.
And I like how I said class there.
Yes.
Fourth, it has to be style of music, basically soundcheck style.
Okay.
Take away for,
Okay, yeah.
or One Direction.
Okay.
I wouldn't
I
sing
never
it
heard
right
that,
now
but
because
yeah.
I don't want to get copy striked.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you either the iTunes podcast will probably do something, or
We've played music on the podcast before, and they took the episode down. Episode
or
30
probably
is missing.
Susan from YouTube will probably demonetize.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan. Can you please
Monetize me.
Please raise my
Give me a
income.
popsicle.
Put me on Google Preferred, maybe. I only have 35 subs.
All I want is a ride in the slide at the YouTube headquarters. I'm currently craving tortilla chips from Taco Cabana. I don't know why.
You know what? I haven't eaten today. The only thing I've
Corbana?
eaten.
Taco Cabana. Taco Corbana.
Hold up.
Cabana.
I've only eaten. It's Cabana. It's Cabana.
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 Taco Cabana.
You said Cabana first, Corban.
Cabana.
You said
Yes.
you said Corbana. I swear you said Corbana.
Well, yeah, he says Corbana, but it's,
I had
it's
Corban
for
to a
real
lot of
though,
words.
It's Taco Cabana.
Cabana.
What was the thing we said the other day? We added your name to something. I don't remember what it was.
I added my name to what?
I don't know. Anyway, my favorite small bands. Let's see if you can guess, Sophia.
What defines small?
Like,
Because I'm pretty sure you only listen to people that are small.
yeah, not on the radio, and aren't like earning millions of dollars a year, and aren't like having plaques and signing
Okay,
record deals.
So, Vulfpeck.
Obviously, yes.
Oh, Matt Pascal's band?
Yes, Matt
Okay.
Pascal's band.
John Roderick.
I didn't put them on my list because I consider them famous. But if you think they're small, then yeah. So we have Vulfpeck, which is a small funk band
And
from
you see,
Minneapolis.
people, the reason I know this is because that's all he listens to on speaker at the house. And
Now you missed one.
like I said, you only have to listen to it once to figure out who's the one singing it. So
So we have Vulfpeck, funk style, jazz-ish band. We have
That's
Vasco,
not
which
jazz.
is from our friend Matt Pascal, his band, a local band here. We have The Long Winters, which is a band led by John Roderick.
okay.
And then Flor, which is an indie alternative band.
I gotta ask something. So there's these 3 girls that go to our church.
Yes, the K3 sisters.
Yeah. Are they? Would you consider them a small band? Because they do travel a lot.
They're definitely. I would definitely consider them a small band because they're not raking in millions or anything.
Yeah. Also.
They're also not like struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, now into our small YouTubers. Favorite small YouTubers, besides yourself.
I have a few in mind.
Okay,
So-
go for it.
So there's a lot of like, some of these like, there's this really small YouTuber. He has like 300,000 subscribers or so. He does like a lot of things sport related. Like it's all sports. He actually kind of rips into teams into like sport teams, like, and he does it in like everything. Like soccer, he just basically like trash talks the World Cup. Hockey, he talks about the NBA, and he talks in the NFL. And he's also from Pittsburgh, so you can imagine that he's a diehard Steelers fan in that town. So, and then there's also, he's called Urinating Tree, but there are other 3. There's FivePoints Vids, who makes like top 10 lists of like stadiums and like whatnot. He also talks about how bad his Giants are doing. FlemLo RapsP, he's a Bengals fan, but he also does like, like where are they now? Like, football players had so much hype around them, but once they got like into the league, they kind of like, became irrelevant. So he does those videos. And then KTO, he does a lot of like old school college stuff. My favorite vids from him would definitely have to be the ones about Vince Young, the old Texas quarterback who had that amazing comeback against USC back in 2005. The one about RG3, the Baylor quarterback, who is currently with the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, how about you, Sophia? I guess you only have one YouTuber, so
I
they
do.
also
I
have
only
to.
watch one YouTuber. Like I'm not lying. He's not a little YouTuber, by the way.
Is he like? How tall is he?
He's 6'5",
Wow, I wish I was that tall.
and his girlfriend's 6'4".
Thanks for that information. Hide that wrapper.
Is he?
Stuff it in your pocket.
Is this YouTuber Shaquille O'Neal?
I don't know who that is, but no.
Oh, he's a giant basketball star.
He's the star of the Christian movie The Shack.
Well, isn't he?
What?
Didn't Shaq? Haven't you watched Space Jam? Isn't he in Space Jam or something like that?
I think, yeah, he shows up near the end. They're making a new Space Jam.
Yeah, it has LeBron James, and so glad Kevin Durant's not in that one. He's a snake.
I've only watched. I watched Space Jam, but I did not understand most of it.
My only YouTuber. He started out small. Okay. He started his YouTube channel in October, and
You're gonna pull a Corban here, and you helped him become the biggest YouTuber on earth.
No. Yeah, so he started his YouTube channel in October, and he has 1 million subscribers right now. And he posts every day, except for Tuesdays, because that's his day off. And he has really good content. His name is Nate Garner, and he calls his people the Garner Gang.
Oh, I've heard of Nate Garner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty great guy.
Again, with small YouTubers, for me, I'm pretty sure you can guess who they are. Let's see if you can
Some
guess.
technology.
Leafy is
YouTuber.
here.
Oh.
He's not.
Oh, the guy that
I don't
I
think
said
Leafy's
has no
small.
life, and that why is he even
Yeah,
on
he's
YouTube?
not small.
That's everyone I watch.
No,
Okay.
the other guy, the one who
I don't know Corban, so like he probably like watches a lot of
the one
Tyree
who's like
channels.
somewhat bald.
Okay,
Probably-
so my two YouTubers are Defunctland, which is a YouTube channel.
I watched that.
Yes.
They had my favorite video from them is the Astroworld.
Yes,
they
yes,
talk
the
about-
one from San Antonio.
He's
Or Houston. Yeah, that's right. Houston. Man, really shows how much I pay attention. No, but they're great. I love it. Sophia loves watching the one about Nickelodeon. The Nickelodeon Hotel one.
Yeah, I watched that too. It wasn't my favorite because they just ripped into Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
The Nickelodeon Sweets Resort.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the one that I watched. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty
like watching all his videos. The Muppet series right now is amazing. It's great. Anyway, my other favorite YouTuber.
Wait, so does he like do mini documentaries?
It's
about
mini
stuff?
documentaries about the history of theme parks and
Oh,
things
theme
relating to
parks.
theme parks.
There's a Muppet thing park.
No, he's talking about Jim Henson, the history of Jim Henson and the things
Oh,
he did.
okay.
Other YouTuber, it starts with the J.
Jenny.
Yes. That's my
I don't
one of
watch
my
her.
favorite-
I was-
She's too hilarious for me
Not
to
just
watch.
Destiny. He has like 2 million subscribers.
Jenny is great at YouTuber because she's basically me, and anything she sees, she just watches a movie and complains about it. That's all it is.
Okay, let me tell you. If you're me, she's hilarious. Okay, everything she says is hilarious.
For me, it's like, amen,
Oh
sister.
wait, hold up! I watched another YouTuber,
Hey sisters.
Caroline Konstnar.
Oh, yeah, you like that kid.
Konstnar, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's
Her
it's-
real last name is
it's
something else, but I
Swedish
don't know.
for artist.
Yeah, but her real last name's something else.
Yeah,
It's like Gutierrez or something like that.
Williams,
No, it's something
Johnson,
with like a G or something.
Smith. Anyway,
Arlette Smith.
you like that YouTuber anyway.
Yeah.
Also /
cool.
Instagrammer. So that's your favorite small creator because she's small. She only has
Yeah, she's small.
20,000 subs.
I mean, technically, Nate is supposed to be small, but he's not because he grows too fast. So.
Speaking of smallness, this is the thing I told Sophia. Do you
You
know
tell
Roman
me?
Atwood?
Everybody knows Roman Atwood.
Okay.
I
see,
don't know him.
Do
I
you
just
know how
that
he
Corban
became
talks about
popular?
him.
I'd like to credit it to me
Publicity stunts, right?
and me.
Mm,
Let
wow.
me explain here. So, back before he even had 1 million subs, when he was 100,000 subs,
Yeah.
I subscribed to him. And I watched his videos for 3 weeks, and I didn't like him. So I unsubbed. 2 weeks later, I come back, and I sub again, and he has 1 million subs. I unsub. 2 weeks later, come back, he's 5 million subs. Every time I unsub from him, he would earn double the amount of subscribers he had. And it would just keep going up and up and up and up. So I started doing that with other people. You know Casey Neistat?
Yeah.
I unsubbed from him when he had 300 subscribers. 300. And what is he at now?
He's out.
10 million.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Honestly, he's a political mess right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
PewDiePie.
Okay,
I
all of the
unsubbed
people
from him at 5 million. And where is he now?
making trash.
100 million.
Don't say that ever again.
I'm sorry, but like literally everybody that Corban watches, which is almost everybody that everybody else watches,
Mm-mm.
they just make like okay, people go to YouTube for entertainment and learning.
Why?
Entertainment
What?
and learning. Like why do you
PewDiePie is
even
like
watch that?
last week I asked you.
Oh, yeah. I watched the original one.
Entries in the subreddit, bros.
Did you watch? Do you know where that song came from?
No.
It came from Jack's Films. PewDiePie literally stole that from Jack's Films. It's leave your entries in the comments below, and I'll pick my favorites on the next episode of Yai. Yesterday, I asked you.
Oh well.
It was stolen from that YouTube
PewDiePie
channel.
does a lot of like meme stealing.
Yeah.
You know.
They're good on it. They're on good terms that they took it from each other. But anyway, Jack's Films, yeah, he's not small though. But we're talking about small YouTubers, not big YouTubers. Small
Jax
YouTubers.
isn't small.
Jack?
Jack's Films isn't small.
Yeah, so I'm not. That's why I'm saying I'm not talking
Why
about
isn't
him.
it small?
Because he has like 2 million subs. I consider anyone over 1 million
I
subs
thought
big.
he was small because he has like really bad camera work and audio and everything.
PewDiePie has really bad camera work.
Okay, he just has really bad everything. I'm sorry.
No, it's just Brad over there editing.
So you'd probably take T-Series over PewDiePie.
Oh no.
I would take nobody over anybody
No,
except for Nate Garner.
I'd take Blue Shirt Boy over PewDiePie. Remember Blue Shirt Boy?
No.
It was back when T-Series was fighting, and there was the Indian boy who was wearing a blue shirt.
Honestly, I don't like T-Series. Not because I like PewDiePie. There's
Mhm.
more reasons to not liking someone when it's just one reason. Like, I don't like them because they have a history of doing stuff that's illegal.
Yeah.
PewDiePie even made a joke where I'm certain that you haven't had collusions with the mafia, and he had to stop the joke there because of he
Yeah.
said for legal reasons that's a joke. For legal reasons that's a joke. So. So I don't know if the mafia part's real, but definitely their pirated Bollywood song thing is definitely real.
Mm-hmm. But that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother time. It's not this place. So this one might be, I know definitely Sofia doesn't have an answer. Small podcaster.
Mm-mm.
You just don't.
The only podcast I've ever listened to is Lore, and he's
Which
not small.
I would say small. When you
Alright.
were listening to him, he
I
was
have
small.
I have an answer that's probably gonna be shocking. Anything from ESPN. Okay, ESPN is a big organization for sports.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, but whenever it comes to their podcasts, not First Take or not Undisputed, that's on Fox. What other show? I don't know. But if it's not First Take or any other TV show that gets like tons of views, like people are watching that, people are tuning in,
Mhm.
people are making jokes about it, and if it's not a podcast, bro, it's not doing well. Like, it's probably the smallest thing that ESPN has right now.
Which it may surprise you. Did you know ESPN is owned by Disney?
I didn't know that. And also Disney, like, with the recent amount of layoffs that ESPN is doing these past few years, they've it's rumored that they don't really.
I just replayed the Hey Girlie in my head.
It's like rumored that they don't want anything to do with ESPN.
Because Disney owns ABC, ESPN, 20th Century Fox, Time Warner, Charter.
Am I needed here?
They own it all. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to sell that later because like their Disney Channel's not working.
I'm so hungry.
But the only thing they have besides that is the parks. People are still going to the parks.
And Pixar.
Well, yeah, Pixar.
Okay, let's go on. Last one here. Favorite small indie film / small TV shows. A small TV show you found that you liked.
Small TV show.
I know for sure you, Sofia, with your obscure TV shows that you
Okay,
keep finding.
let me tell you, people. The only thing you're probably like, okay, you don't watch YouTube, you don't listen to podcasts, you don't listen to music. What do? I do watch TV shows, not movies. Movies do not. Just movies, not me, man. Movies are not for me. Okay? Now, TV shows, okay? Pretty much, they have to be, like, they have to have a lot of death and cops and, like, solving stuff, whatever. Anyway, it has to be like that. Otherwise, my attention span is out. Goodbye. That's why it was a little bit hard to watch Doctor Who.
I can imagine you in the writer's room for a TV show.
Just
Okay,
saying, like-
when's someone gonna die?
Yeah, like, literally, I'm watching Bones right now. Okay, there's, like, 2 deaths per episode. It's great.
Seems like you would love Supernatural.
No, it just... Okay, I judge everything by its cover. Like, based on TV shows and stuff.
So,
Okay.
what's your favorite small TV show you found? And because I don't think
I
you know.
don't think any of the TV shows I've watched are small.
Yeah, because all the stuff I see you watch is like stuff
everything
that was
I
big on
watched
TV
was,
back in the
yeah,
early
it was
2000s.
big. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll just rule you out. How about you?
So, one show that I watch, it's also sport related. So it's called The Rich Eisen Show. Now, I wouldn't call it a small I wouldn't call it a big show because not a lot of people know about it. They're more focused on like, you know, like what's on Fox Sports and like the Colin Coward Show or Undisputed or First Take from ESPN. But the Rich Eisen Show, like, he does more than sports. He has like celebrities on, like not just sports celebrities. Like I'm talking like real celebrities
That guy has a kid?
who does like movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also on like Audience, which is backed by AT&T. So I just wouldn't call it a big show, to be honest. It's actually pretty small.
Wait. So would you say that you spend a lot of your time watching sports-related things? Or listening to sports-related things or whatever?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
If it's not a lot of random stuff on YouTube, being real.
Okay.
I would say my favorite. I don't have a favorite TV show. I mean, Community was pretty good, but that was a huge show.
I don't have a favorite of anything.
I think the
Oh,
best.
except for animals. I found that out like yesterday.
We can
That was
save
my
that.
favorite
Save
animal.
that for the
That's
next
great.
episode.
Great animal.
Favorite indie film, real quick. I know I talk about it so much. Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench. Favorite one. Best one. You should
It's
watch
not a
it if you
TV
haven't.
show, is it?
It was a movie. Sorry, indie movie.
Yeah, you ruled out.
Okay, let's go really quickly. I don't know if these are going to be interesting or not. I might end up just cutting these out. But
We talked too much by now.
yeah, we're almost going to 2 hours, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to chop an hour of this out.
Because some of it was just us talking about stuff. Okay.
So I want to go over some quickly, struggles as a small creator.
There are a lot.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot. I mean, I would say we have less problems than a big creator. If we're 100% honest.
That is true.
Because bigger creators, now you have to actually deal, like smaller creators, oh, I don't have the money. Big creators, oh, I have the money. And along with the money, whoa, let's look at all these problems.
Well,
I have so much to do, and I have to delegate it out to so many people. So now I have problems to deal with that. Yes.
so the one issue I have back when Logan Paul was all egotistical and whatnot, before, this is like pre-Suicide Forest him, he said in his best year of my life thing for 2017, he said, they say that life is short. And then he says, nah, life's not short. You just need to go out and do more. The issue I have with that is that he had the money to do stuff. Like, he had the money to film music videos. He had the money to, like, upgrade his cars and whatnot. And he also had the money to get a mansion and get all that expensive stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the issue I have with it, because not a lot of us small creators, our paychecks are, like, really low. Like, hardly any of us are getting a paycheck nowadays.
There's also struggle of feeling like no one's hearing you or even seeing you.
That's true.
And I would say in a lot of those cases, this is where my Bob Beal hat comes on, Sofia. There's always, I'm pretty sure I can guarantee from almost any small creator out there, there's always, you have one dedicated loyal fan, even if you don't hear or see from them. For example, there's a guy who always comments on all of our videos, like no matter what we did. Mm-hmm. Always there. Like, I don't know how this guy found him. I don't know. He's not related to the Blimey Cow community, because usually a lot of the people who follow us are from the Blimey Cow community. But yeah, I would say hearing from the audience is, however small it is one of the hardest jobs. And then, struggling with figuring out what to do, because if you made the videos you wanted to make, no one's gonna watch.
Exactly. So here's an example of that. It's really, really recent. Mm-hmm. So I made a video. It was made last week. It came out on last Friday. So what I did the next day on a Saturday, I told everybody that, hey, I have a new video, link in bio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I put in the video, like, to make sure that it's real and that I'm not just, tricking everyone. And also, I have a link in my Instagram bio, because I have 175 followers, and I know that it will at least get 5 views or 10 views if people are really interested.
Mm-hmm.
Days went by, there was like zero views
Mm-hmm.
in the first 2 days, and then like come Monday there was like at least like 1 view. Right now it's like I think it's at 2 views or something like that, and that's a video that I spent literally a week trying to gather everything together.
So that's the opposite for me. The videos that I spent the least amount of time on get the most views, and the videos I spent the most amount get no views. Because I once spent 2 weeks making a video, and it got, I don't know, 100 views or less. And then I spent, in one day, I woke up on one Wednesday, had an idea for a video, and made it, released it that night. And now it has 16,000 views or something. I don't even know how much, and I don't understand why people watch it. And it's gotten to that point on the scale where it's become more the comments are just people upset, hate comments than it is actually nice comments, which is what I don't like. But given the fact that most of my videos are evergreen content is what I would say, like it's not news relevant. It's just like, oh, here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. Oh, here's a review of this thing. It's more, it can stick around long and more people actually want to come back and watch it.
More often than not on comments, it's like nowadays, you'll get I don't usually get a lot of hate comments as I used to.
And I would say that happens more, especially for sports.
Nowadays, yeah, but
very
I actually
opinionated
haven't
people.
gotten a hate comment in a sport video to being real. But nowadays the comments are just like, just people calling me daddy. They just it's a lot of my friends, playing jokes. They're always like, Daddy Thomas. They're like, they comment that like my draft video where I went to the NFL draft when he was here in Dallas. The one comment on there was Daddy Thomas, and it was in all caps.
Yeah, see, I never got anything that bad. Most of the ones I got is just, oh, I hate your voice, or like this one right here on, my most popular video just is not a good review at all.
But the thing is though, if I don't get any criticism online, I normally get criticism at school because I know my friends watch my videos, and if they're telling me that like telling me to fix something, like last year I got some criticism. They told me it's constructive too. It's not like your videos suck. You need to. They basically told me like one example was someone telling me we're seeing the gameplay on your channel. Maybe you should probably do something about like probably getting better games. Because normally the games on your channel are mostly iPhone games, iOS, and the reason I don't do a lot of it's like GTA San Andreas as the background basically, is because I don't really I have a game recorder, but I don't really use my computer a lot, and also I write on the script that what's something you could do better. It's not something I really can do better. I can obviously do a lot of things better, being real. But the one is I'm really nervous about moving into advanced editing, the Mac right here. Because I know you, there are other friends I know, Preston and Benji. They edit songs on their Mac. Me on the other hand, I edit a lot on my phone, which is easy for me.
Yeah, and that's definitely that's a great place to start because if you can, what I tell people is I started editing videos on iPhone and iPad. I would say that if you learned to edit on a harder to use software, which I would say the iPad or stuff, software where you're more restricted, it helps you when you move on to more professional software because you're like, oh, I learned how to get around using such a tough thing that you know how to just get it done so much simpler and you just feel the relief of being able to do it. But also, when you move up to the more professional software, there's another burden that gets on you, which is in the past, you would have there's always something when you're editing a video. I can guarantee you've gotten to a point where you want to do something to a video, but you just can't.
Yeah, game record, I always want to put in some clip from EA Madden or something like that, or GTA 5, get some game footage up in there.
Where there's more advanced stuff.
Yeah, it's really advanced and
you'll get to the point when you have the more professional software, which is in the past you just didn't do it because you just couldn't, but now you're I have no excuse and I actually had to put some effort into this.
Yeah, exactly. I look back on it now, the only editing software I was using was the ones that were on YouTube Capture. Rest in peace, YouTube Capture.
Because what I do here in the offices is I'm editing. And I've spent the past 4 days editing one 1 minute video. 4 days. Just because, when you're up here and you have
That's a lot
people
of
on
dedication to like a 1 minute video, bro.
every little thing, like there was a little reflection on the wall of a light, and they said get rid of the reflection on the wall. Masking dot by dot, pixel by pixel, removing the dot on the wall. So once you get up to the more professional stuff, you just have there's no excuse anymore.
Yeah.
But let's just blow through this. Tell me about your YouTube channel. So before people listening, they can go out and subscribe to you.
My YouTube channel.
So I'm gonna go through the questions here. So like, what kind of videos do you make specifically? Like, just get it on.
So
like one sentence.
a lot of the videos I'm making up right now are sport related. I have this segment on my show called Sports Talk from Texas, where the run of the show is I talk about sports teams for Texas who are participating in a sport, or our Texas teams that are going through the offseason right now and are actually making offseason moves. It's more so NBA, football, and baseball. I would go into hockey, but really I'm not that big on hockey. Like, I hate the stereotype, but only Canadians are really that big on hockey, being real.
Stop talking about me. That's Australian, I'm sorry.
Also, another thing that I do is vlogging. That's basically what I started my channel on. It was basically like, vlogging. When I was first starting out, I sucked at vlogging. The camera would always be like looking at my neck, and then like I would just be like, whenever I turned the camera around, it would just be pointing at the ground or either be pointing at something completely irrelevant.
Because it's hard, especially when you're starting out, to actually be vlogging because people stare at you weird with you holding your camera out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that a lot, especially at school or in a car ride, because I'm like, I'm nervous about the reaction. There was actually one time I was like on my phone at like Clybourne Park. I was like making a vlog almost, and I think I got like one person that looked at me weird.
Yeah, which is Sofia and I walking around with the microphones and the recorder. That got a lot of stares. People coming out on their porches just looking at us like,
yeah,
what are these people doing?
Which is funny because I'm not even friends with any of my neighbors, or none of my neighbors really don't go.
Oh yeah, we're not really friends
either.
either.
I like making fun of them.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. What's something you wish you could do better? Or I guess you kind of answered that already.
Yeah, I did.
What work are you most proud of? What's the video you're most proud of?
The video I'm most proud of? All right, well, there are a lot, really. So the one video I'm really proud of is probably the NFL draft video. So beforehand, I always made jokes with my friends about my channel being dead. It being school time. And this is another struggle, like I think you failed to bring up, is that I'm a student full-time at a school where it's basically like a college prep school. So you can obviously agree that there are teachers that like to give a boatload of homework. And you have to really juggle your social life and also homework. And that's really a hard job to do when you're in high school or in middle school.
Yeah, see, I heard that perfectly described in an illustration once by a guy I knew who said you have three light bulbs. You have your work light bulb, you have your personal self light bulb, and then you have your family, friends light bulb. So picking between times, you have to perfectly balance these light bulbs out so that they're all the same brightness. So you're just putting the same amount of work so that the light bulb for work works, light bulb of yourself actually staying alive works, and the light bulb of keeping your friends and your family close to you still works. And it's hard to keep that balance. And I would say for you, YouTube and schoolwork also fall under the work light bulb.
Yeah. Also, what makes everything difficult is that me with like I have ADD. Like it's really hard for me to focus on one thing. So if I'm on homework and randomly the group chat, text me something, and it's something I can really give my comment on, I'll just spend like 10 minutes just devoted to that, when really I should be spending those 10 minutes finishing up like a math problem or something like that. So that's another like medical struggle, I guess.
So I got one last question here, which is what's a piece of content that you want to make? Something big that you've like wanted to make but you just don't have the resources or time to do. And that's a good question for you, Sofia. What's something you want to make? The Sofia offends Corban video?
I mean, that doesn't take much effort.
We could do it
Just
right here, right now.
Yeah. Doesn't take much effort.
Honestly, there are two like videos I wanted to make. So there's like, I'm not allowed to drive yet. I'm still 15. I still need to get my permit. But if I was able to drive, I would get a lot of me and my friends. There's this Mr. Beast video where they have a bunch of old used cars. They painted them and they did like this car Olympics game. I really want to do that. Like, get some money together, a lot of money to get the cars, and then get money to spray paint them, and then take them to like some place where we can just like, you know, mess around with the cars. Maybe damage them in the end, but, you know, it will all be worth it.
So you want to do like a challenge style video thing?
Almost. And then another video I want to make is obviously gaming. I really want to try and do a gaming episode, but...
So you think that if you had all the funds or resources you could possibly have, your YouTube channel would take the form of a challenge/gaming channel?
I'm confident because I really believe that, you know, I always wanted to be a gamer, like a YouTube gamer. PewDiePie growing up, I know he's had controversy over the years. He got taken off Google Preferred whenever he was making those Nazi jokes. But beforehand, he was like massive. He was popular because all he did was like play video games. And it kind of stopped towards the end, but like he still had a massive amount doing his vlogs, which are really popular, and also gaming on the side, like his horror games. So I always wanted to do that. Like,
well, that's good.
yeah,
Hopefully one day you get to do that.
yeah, hopefully, yeah.
So let's wrap up the show here. Our last segment, I don't remember if I put this on your list. Did I put the recommendation of the week thing
You
on
did.
your list?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get started with Sofia here. What do you recommend?
I recommend to watch Bones. If you do not like dead people and flesh and bones, then do not watch it.
If you don't like
If you like
yourself,
excitement and you like entertainment, then you watch it. Okay?
you better not be tricking people into this.
No, it's actually a really great show. Like, I actually love it. I'm on season 6 right now. No, not 6. Season 3.
Season 60.
3, episode 6.
Okay. How about you, Thomas?
So, this is to any introverts watching. I know my sister is. I probably told her in the end. If you're an introvert, if you don't really like, if friends are not your strong suit, like making new friends is not your best strong suit, getting out of your bedroom and doing something else, finding an event in your town or city, that's always the best way to do it if you're an introvert. Just tell your parents about it, and then if they say, yes, we can go to it, then yeah, it's probably the best way to have fun. Because I'm not an introvert myself. I always like to be around people. Garcia's, obviously. So I don't really know exactly what an introvert is, but my sister is an introvert, and she tells me that, you know, she's always uncomfortable being around friends, and that she normally prefers to not really play any sports. Also, she, like, what else? She always likes to be by herself, pretty much.
Me.
Not me.
Yeah.
But we like being alone together. That
Yeah.
sounded really bad. But no, we like being alone. Like, okay, most people just pair us as one. Like, you know, people, they're like if they invite me to a party, they just immediately think that Corban's going to come with me just because they...
And how
treat us as a
sorry
pair.
they felt when I
And
didn't
that's-
walk
I
in.
know, that literally happened.
The sorry truth is, for me and my sister, that's always the case. Like, someone will like, be like, oh, so you're going to Six Flags? Oh, yeah, since you're coming, I'm pretty sure Jordan is coming, too. I was like, no, she's not, because you know why? Because she doesn't like to go places. She doesn't like to,
I don't like going places, but I mean, if I see that the person who invited me really values if I go, then I will go. But if it's just because they invited just because, then I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my recommendation. If you don't like making new friends, then going someplace and trying something new.
Organized activities.
Organized activities is the best place to go.
I have that song stuck in my head.
Confirmation bias.
I don't know. I thought you were going to say that. I was thinking about the...
I wasn't going to, but then I was just like, you know what? Why not?
Okay, my recommendation this week is go check out my other podcast that I started, the Should've, Would've, Could've. I made a new episode that I actually recorded a month ago, but I haven't released yet because I forgot about it. It was about La La Land. I finally watched it, so you can go listen to that. Okay, that'll be in the show notes. So, thank you for listening this week. Thank you for being on the show, Thomas.
Yes.
If this was your first time here, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Links for all of our locations are available on our website at rta.space/listen. If you have any suggestions for us, you can send us jokes, whatever. Email us, rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com, or tweet at us at RTA Show on Twitter. There's also Instagram direct messaging at RocketAnywhere. You have something to say?
Yes. If you want to follow me anywhere on social media, I'll try and see if I can get my Instagram to go public for the next 2 days. Might even go to a week. Who knows? But the main place to follow me is YouTube at Noobist109. Also, if you guys have Snapchat, you can follow me at Noobist Realty. I try to make it reality, but, it's whatever. But that's basically it. I don't think there's anywhere else I have any social media, so...
Well, if we'll have all of his links in the show notes on the website at rta.space/64. So if you want to check out his YouTube channel, if you're interested in that, or you want to follow him on Instagram, whatever, you can follow him there. There'll be links there. Show notes for anything else we mentioned today will be on our website, rta.space/64. You can follow me on Twitter at Corban Garcia and Sofia on Instagram at...
Wherever you want.
Okay, we'll change your username to wherever you want.
Yeah, I don't really care about followers.
Where are the
I have no
avocados?
clue why I even have 500 something.
Because of your best friend.
Who?
The kid in the elevator.
Grayson.
That was someone
Grayson.
took
Who?
her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she still hasn't deleted the
Big
post.
Yeah,
brother
I don't really
Grayson.
care. I mean, Elio, he just had my phone and he was just like, yeah, hey, this is my best friend, and I was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, people take her phone. But when I post something on her account, oh no, it has to come down.
Because you didn't even do it right. You didn't even post the right version of the photo.
Okay, whatever. Summer of Guests will continue next month with new guests, all new shows, all that stuff. But until then, this rocket has landed.